So yeah, we have a very complete lines of twin tips. Our first one here is our dub. It's a dedicated freestyle wake style board. Lots of rocker. You can use it with boots. That's the one Jesse Richmond does his kite loop, front mob, back mob.
Things that don't even have names.
Exactly, those things. That's what you use if you want to do that. Our Monarch here is our freestyle board. It's it's a big seller for us because it's a really forgiving, really easy board. That's the one that Kevin Langery uses in the King of the Air. That's the one they use on the PKRA tour. So it's really good freestyle board, but it's also very forgiving. The outline is pulled in enough that it's got it's forgiving, but it's got a lot of pop at the same time. The construction is a basalt construction, which is basalt is kind of like the fiber that's kind of in between glass and carbon. It's got a lot of the reflex that the carbon gets, and it's stronger than the carbon. It's less brittle, so it's kind of like the best of both worlds. And when we started making boards with the basalt, we could feel right away the board was so much more lively under the feet. So that's why we went for the basalt construction. It's really strong. It's a really good a good feeling when you ride the board. Moving on to the Mega here, that's our high-end free ride board. This one is full carbon. That's a super light board. It's not a freestyle competition board, but it's more like a free ride board for people that don't necessarily go unhooked. Just want to ride fast, want to jump high, and yeah, have some fun and have like a super light board under your feet. Next one here is the Motion. That's our biggest seller. That's the full-on free ride board. It's super easy to ride. We worked on a specific rocker for it that's quite high, which makes it super forgiving in the chop. But at the same time, the way we work our rocker with 3-stage, it's still a very fast board. It's not like it's got a lot of rocker, so it's slow. So it does ride fast. You can go fast on it. It's got a lot of bottom shaping, a lot of 3D shaping on the deck, lots of channels on the bottom. I can show you.
What's the purpose of the 3D shaping on the top?
On the top, we kind of get rid of some of the weight, and on the same time, we have that cross here that's hard to notice, but because of the graphics,
feel it,
you can feel it, and it kind of like controls the torsion of the board. So you have a board that's stiffer in torsion without adding weight because it's only like located where it needs to. And then the bottom's got a lot of 3D shaping, like very thick channels right here, which gives a lot of grip. It's almost like having a third fin. Yeah, a fin, which makes the board really tracky, really easy. So you get going, go upwind better, but at the same time, it's just having like bigger fins on the board. So it's really good for that customer. Next one here is the Hero. That's kind of like our entry-level board, but it's still a really high-end board. It's got a full concave bottom, so it's very grippy, super light. And the construction is, as good as the high-end board. A couple of years ago, this board would have been like a high-end board in any line, but now of course with more 3D shaping like we do, this is now the entry level. Next one here is the Orbit. That's our dedicated light wind board. It does have the fifth fin.
And you can see the shaping better on that.
Yeah, same thing. We're moving a lot of weight because it's such a big board. It's really wide. It's got that extra fin here, which gives a lot of grip. And that thing, for me personally, like it saved a lot of day. Like in the winter, when the wind gets light on Maui, we test kites on that. So if the wind is light, we can still test. It really makes your kite feel so much bigger because you have so much more surface under your feet. You get going. So I know in northern Germany they love those boards because they got a lot of light wind on their lakes. But there's a lot of light wind places in the world where like suddenly you're back on riding a twin tip. You don't have to get on directional. You don't have to get on the foil. You can ride a twin tip just like you would on a normal board, but it's light wind, so that's awesome. And then finally, we have like dedicated boards for the Groms here. A little Grom board. That's the ride. That's the one. We have kids at Naish. My son rides that board. The other tester guy, his son's 11 years old, 10 years old, and he rides that board too.
They must be amazing riders already.
They're pretty good. Yeah, they're lucky. They live there.
If only we could have grown up kiting, hey?
So, and then the last one here for you, Diolana. It's a full-on, free ride board, but again, like we do at Naish, we have a lot of 3D shaping. So lots of channels on the bottom for a lot of grip. So it's a really good board. It's softer than the other boards, of course, because usually women's are lighter. So it's dedicated for women's in this way too. And then the last one that I didn't mention was our binding that you mentioned earlier that you liked. it's got a full, like, we worked a lot on that thing. It was a few years ago we worked on it, but everything, we put everything in it to make it as good as we could. So the EVA we use for the pad is really soft, really comfy. We have like a four trimming position, so you can trim the foot pad exactly, the foot strap exactly to your foot position. You can change the angle and the position of the foot strap. And the inside of each foot strap is molded. It's a molded piece. It's not a flat piece of EVA that we bend. It's a molded piece that fits your feet. So there's a left and a right, unlike most other foot strap where you just bend a piece of EVA. So yeah, we spent a lot of money on the molds to make it, as good as we could, but we reached it. So I think today it's kind of like the benchmark where like all the bindings are trying to reach that level out there. So it's a good feeling. I see a lot of people with non-Naish board that buy that because they know it's the best binding out there. So definitely want to try
Yeah, I
that.
mean, honestly, the first time I tried them, I was amazed because I always fall out of my foot straps. That's why I only wear boots, because foot straps don't fit me. And those are amazing. And even like people with really wide feet and small feet like mine, we use the same binding to try this board. They are great bindings, really.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, thanks.